I am so good. Get God. Get God. I am so good. Get God. I am so good. Get God. Get God. I am so good. Get God.
Hello, and welcome everybody to my Fruitless Ennui Escapism into Computerized Media, the single most historically accurate and financially lucrative stream on the history of the interwebs. Just don't fact check me on that. I am your Queen of Games champion, Juniper Waverly Crow, and we have a pretty solid show today. We are going to be reviewing episodes 1 of 7 Deadly Sins, and Gosick, as well as doing some more Yuigioh Masterduel. I'll be playing some more Crystal Beasts. So let me slide over to the new anime reviewing layout. Have a sexy-ass slideshow that is copyright free behind me, so that way I do not get mega banned forever. But this is my first time seeing both of these shows. So I've never seen 7 Deadly Sins before. I have specifically avoided it at all costs, because every single solitary iota of information I have ever been given about it has dramatically suggested I would fucking hate it. So you might be asking yourself, if you're watching this in the archive on YouTube, Juniper, why the fuck are you watching a show if you think you're gonna hate it? To make matters worse, I also don't really like shonen, so you might also be wondering why the fuck I'm watching a shonen. And that is a very good question. And I'm not gonna answer that. Hello! Yuigioh, how the fuck do I pronounce your fucking name? Yuigioh Hunt Salone. I'm pretty sure that's wrong. Thank you so much for joining the stream. He who hunts alone, I'm fucking stupid. Jesus Christ, I have no reading comprehension skills for a bitch who is about to watch something that's all subtitles. Cringe name. That's okay, you're allowed. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Just getting started on this fucking review. And you're right, memes are important. ironic is 90% of why I do fucking everything. So I started this fucking anime. No opening. It's the first episode. We haven't earned the right to see what the opening is like yet. It was very fun because they had to tell me that Netflix made this like 800 times. I didn't watch this on Netflix, so that was fun. We have a bunch of knights bullshitting. I don't know these people. I don't know if they're going to be important. I'm assuming they're not. They say some bullshit about Holy Knights to hype them up, because no anime can go 2 seconds without throwing a vague term at you to arbitrarily hype it up for the future. Sometimes it's done good. It wasn't done good here, because 2 seconds later they find a shit ton of various corpses that were then killed by 7 people. We're then given a random brick of info dumping about, not a lot of info dumping, I'm saying info dumping, but this is like 2 seconds, it just changes screens to like a fucking narrator voice, and I'm pre-prepped for this to be a thing that's gonna take 10 to 15 minutes of my fucking life, but it's actually like maybe a minute. And basically all it's like is, yeah, Holy Knights equal cops. These 7 people, they left those people. They're evil now. 7 evil people, 7 deadly sins. That's the anime name. That there's a title of the show. There you fucking go. Are you invested yet? I'm not, but that's because I'm pretentious. Normal people probably, I guess. I would hope, because that's what this is trying to market itself towards. Regardless, I've already spent too long on the first 10 seconds of this show. They go on a rant about how this is a magical world with knights and fantasy shit. So I'm like, okay, chill. That's easy to comprehend. We get a shitty bar scene with a bunch of like generic anime tropes. Nothing's like too loud. It's just like, hey, here's just a bunch of people drinking and telling you about the setting, and they eat the food and the food sucks, and they're like, how dare you have shitty food? And he's like, that's the bit, and I'm the audience, and I'm like, that's a shitty bit. And it does a thing here, because it does this food bit a lot, where basically, main protag bitch, who they haven't told me the name yet, this far into the episode. I learned later they're Melodious, but they didn't tell me that yet. Basically, blonde bitch is running a bar, and the 2 gags about that is that he's underage to be running a bar, and his food sucks. This bit is like set up to the normal generic anime gag where person eats things and then they do the loud anime reaction where they're like, "Arr!" and they get like different art style about it, and someone yells shit in Japanese. It's decent mid-tier gag that would be in any fucking anime. A problem I have with this gag is more a problem I have with most of the gags in this episode. I don't know if this is going to be a thing for the whole show. I'm assuming it is, because this has not given me hope for the future or for humanity, but it does this gag and most gags in this episode with little to no energy. Like, they're technically yelling and reacting about things happening, but nobody's... The way they do the animation is very stoic. They're animating everything they have to, but they're not really changing up the art style or having anything be cartoony or overreactive enough. So a lot of these gags don't really hit. They don't really have enough sound cues or enough build for any of them to be good. They just kind of fall flat for me. If this was done in maybe like One Piece, for example, One Piece is really cartoony as fuck. So a lot of dumb tropey gags in One Piece usually hit a little harder because the way they do the art is a little more obnoxious. That being said, mid-tier is fuck gag anyway, so probably wouldn't get a laugh regardless. They complain, so they get mad at the food, they throw it on the floor, they then do a very big cue for the fucking giant talking pig to walk up, and the pig talks about how it's here to clean this and it shouldn't have to do it. That's another gag that's going to be done way too much in this fucking episode. This pig's name is Hawk. I only know its name is Hawk because it tells me every 2 seconds it's on screen. And every 2 seconds this fucking pig is on screen. It is either telling us that its name is Hawk, and whichever character just referred to it should know that its name is Hawk, mentioning that it is in fact a pig, or mentioning pork or something pig related, or it is once again mentioning that it is the cleanup crew. These are the only 3 attributes you will learn about this pig in this episode, and it will remind you more than you will hear probably anything else about the plot. What is the plot? That's a good question, because we move from this and they flash to a bunch of wanted posters while every single person in the bar still hasn't shut up about the 7 deadly sins yet, because remember, that's the plot. I didn't remember because I have problems. So thank you for assuming I'm stupid. So they flashed all these wanted posters, and the first thing I notice is that not a single solitary one of these wanted posters is even vaguely done in the art style of this anime. They basically, it's somewhere in these slides. If we wait long enough, it will play. I probably should have had a separate thing for it if I was going to gesture to it. But, hey, thank you so much for the follow. Hello appreciates. Dramatically appreciates. Also reminding me I need to get a custom thing for that. You gorgeous being. But they flash to these wanted posters, and none of these are in the art style of the anime. I mean, you can see from, except that mustache guy above me. But pretty much basically every bitch in this show, regardless, is like the most round character. It's like they looked at Steven Universe and like Cal art style in America, and they're like, let's make that but anime. Everything is rounded dramatically. And the way they drew the wanted posters kind of looks more like something out of fucking Fist of the North Star. Maybe not exactly, but it looks more akin to that or JoJo or some shit than it does anything that would realistically be drawn on this fucking show. So immediately, you know that not a single one of these bitches is going to actually look like that by the time they fucking show up. That or this is going to be the weirdest clash of fucking art in a fucking show. And that ends up being right by the end of the episode. Because fucking spoiler alert, one of them's the protag. But fucking more bitching about 7 deadly sins. We have some bitch in armor clinkety-clacketing into the fucking bar, and everyone's spooked because they said the word 7 deadly sins. And that is enough for them to assume either this is one of them or they are arriving. So they all run. And then armor person falls over, their helmet rolls off, and then surprise reveal, it's a hot chick. Because, you know, of fucking course it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's an anime. If they don't have a hot bitch to sell figurines, then they're not gonna make it. So, you know, fucking they take them to a bed to nurse them back to health, and then we get another generic anime gag of Melodious, soon to be named Melodious, molesting the fuck out of this person. It is important. This is generic trope in anime, so I don't want to make fun of them too hard for doing this shitty trope. So I will grade this on a curve. This is not done in a big, wah, slapsticky, dramatic way. Because Melodious is very casually molesting this person. They're very much like, yup, uh-huh. And then they wake up and they're like, uh-huh. And then Melodious is like, yup, your heartbeat's good. And they're like, well, thank you for saving me. And he's like, yup, chill. Want to see my broken sword? So none of this is done slapsticky. This isn't done cartoonily. This isn't like Sanji in One Piece shooting out fucking blood out of his nose and flying off, or doing something really fucking cringe and loud. This isn't like 80s, 90s anime bullshit shenanigans where it's lying in your face. There's not like a weird Kiana slap. This is done very, very just stoic and quiet and bland and straightforward. It's like they wanted to get the gag in, but they wanted to get past the gag as fast as physically possible. Which on one hand, I mean good, because Jesus Christ, do I not want to waste time on shitty generic anime gags, because I don't even like it when anime I like does that. It's annoying. So I mean, like, that's good, but also that if this could have possibly been funny, it's triple decker not funny now, because it's like you put the gag in and then you don't have the moxie to actually try to make it into something. It's like you're embarrassed that you're doing a cringe anime thing halfway through. On the bright side, it kind of helps the pacing, because this whole fucking episode just feels like they're just trying to get through the episode. It doesn't feel like this anime is proud of itself, so it's just kind of going. Feels flat. Doesn't feel like it has energy that is consistent the whole episode. Only saving grace so far, and by the end of the episode, is that it at least, the pacing was fine. It got through shit quickly. I will thank them for that. We get them out of the bed, into the bar. Another shitty food gag. It's not funny. Nobody laughs. The characters don't laugh. Then she cries because she's like, somebody's being nice to me, thank goodness. So now us as the audience is like, well, this bitch has trauma we're gonna hear about sometime within the episode or next one. So then a fucking bunch of holy knights fucking come over because they're like, we're gonna arrest that armor person. And fucking something about arresting seven deadly sins or something. I don't fucking know. I was taking notes because I'm an idiot. So they fucking do a shitty gag where they have the fucking pig come out in the armor, and the pig reminds you that not only are they a pig, and not only are they here to clean up the mess, but also their name is Hawk. They make sure to fit that gag in. Even though the introduction of this is a gag that they're the knight, they still re-mention their name is Hawk after. Because it's funny that they're mad when people get their name wrong, I guess. I don't know. They do all three of the pig gags again. It's not funny. The chick runs off to escape being arrested. All the people chase her to then arrest her. Melodious follows because he's like, I don't want this chick to get arrested. For his investment is for reasons unknown. He also molests her for reasons that are not explained. So, you know, this character's motivations are dramatically not explained yet. But it's the first episode. It's more important to fit in, you know, molestation and mediocre pig gags. So, anyway, that's to the point. But right before we get a thing that I'll call it the shonen showcase, because this is a trope that's in every single fucking shonen. There's probably a real term for this, because anime fans are nerds and have been writing fucking blogs since the dawn of the internet, so I'm sure there's a term for this already. I don't know it. I'm uneducated, I suppose. But it's the thing in shonen anime, where every fucking shonen anime has a bunch of characters just endlessly either hype up or downplay the main protag. The whole point is it's just a bunch of bitches either saying how this person is so strong or this person is so weak they'll never do anything, something. Just a bunch of mindless bitches going and going and going, and the inevitable payoff is you have the big protag show up and do a big giant flex to show how they are the big strong, so every single fucking 13-year-old watching this could be, wow, they are the big strong, wow, that is either contrary to the thing I just heard, or dramatically affirming the thing I just heard. You know, it's the same thing they did in One Piece. And after the time skip, they had Luffy do a big thing where he just beat a bunch of random bitches, and they're like, oh, he's destroying the pacifistas, which at this point in the show, you were like, those are so big and strong. That's a little different, because that's like halfway through the series. They did in Fairy Tail, which... Ironically, I hate Fairy Tail, but Fairy Tail did it better than Seven Deadly Sins. Fairy Tail did it where they were hyping up the mysterious salamander forever, and they had a guy who was fake being the salamander, and it was like, oh! And then by the end of it, like, fucking Natsu's like, it's me! I am the salamander! And then he kicks everyone's ass, and they're like, oh, he's the big strong. So, you know. The shonen showcase. The basic bitches say a bunch of dialogue so you can see how big and strong your main guy is later. They do that. They say a lot, hyping up the seven deadly sins and all that shit. They start chasing them. Fucking checking my notes here. I got lost a little bit. Yeah, okay, so they're all chasing them through the woods, and I actually forgot about this. You have the fucking pig, Hawk. I better not forget his name. They tell me it so many times. I have no fucking excuse. Hawk just beats the shit out of every knight. And I'm not talking like comes up and there's an epic. They just very casually like schnoz bounce every single knight off a fucking cliff. These are the single worst knights in the history of anime. Jesus Christ, you were defeated by a gag pig in a collective couple seconds. I don't know why you were even here. Who hired you? This is embarrassing. So they're all just immediately defeated by this fucking pig. Then he fondles the chick again, because of course they do. And then naturally what you do when you're molested is you give people an exposition dump on your trauma. And, you know, a bunch of shit happens. She's apparently a fucking one of the three princesses. Her name's Elizabeth. She says some shit. there's a whole conspiracy with the fucking Holy Knights trying to start this whole fucking war, and she's basically looking for the 7 deadly sins because they are the big strong, and despite their evil reputation, they are assuming because they are the big strong and mighty, and because they kinda already have beef with the Holy Knights, that they could maybe beat the shit out of the Holy Knights. And their plan was to wander around in armor and just kind of bump into them, I guess. I don't know. I'm a Be Real fan. I don't know how they expected this plan to work. It clearly should not have worked, but because it's an anime and we're getting this exposition, and I already spoiled for anybody watching this that they told it to Melodious, the plan works, obviously. It's an anime, right? So, they give you all this exposition. Evil mustache guy shows up. He's also one of the night cop bitches, and he's the mustache guy. He was on one of the slides above, and this guy severs off a slice of cliff. They somehow leap away, getting back onto the cliff, and it begins a chase scene where this guy is like, look at me, I am the big strong, unlike all of my weird goons who were just defeated by a pig. He is just rapidly just causing mass deforestation, just murdering trees brutally, and somehow missing both of the protagonists, until eventually, after face planning for the 100th time, Elizabeth decides to just give herself up so she doesn't kill this poor fucking bar owner she just met 2 minutes ago. This is the one reasonable reaction a character has had at any point in this episode. And then, fucking blonde protag stops them. Basically revealing that they are Melodious. They are indeed one of the 7 deadly sins you have heard mentioned at least 76.5 times in this episode. And he doesn't match the wanted poster. Why does he not match the wanted poster? Because they really wanted to do this gag at the beginning of the episode with the reveal. They just really wanted to do that. So because of that, artists can't draw on this show. They might explain it later. I'm on episode 1. Currently, there's no explanation. Mustache guy is like, what? You're Melodious. Oh no, you're like you were back then. He's like, yeah, and then he takes out his broken sword, and I guess the broken sword has some sort of vague broken sword energy, because you see, he is Melodious, the big strong. So because he is the big strong, he swings the broken sword, and through vague energy shit, we zoom out and you see a dust explosion, because his energy just did that. It just exploded, and then you see Mustache Guy fly through the air like fucking Team Rocket, and the episode ends. That's it. That's the whole episode. It's done now. It sucked. That's my review of this episode. It sucked. This whole episode was just sucking the dick of how spooky and strong the 7 deadly sins were, and when they finally revealed the protag was one of them, instead of giving us a cool fight scene or a cool fight moment, all they did is do a zoom out and show a dust cloud. I don't know how that was supposed to be hype. If you were intelligently writing this, you could have done a really flashy something of animation. And even if you didn't want to do a whole fight scene, you could have just done something creative, or at least something visually impressive to display the strength of this character. They gave us a dust cloud. It just was like poof, and the character Team Rocketed away. That doesn't give me anything to be invested. That is in practically every anime that has ever existed. Not only that, I also have no reason to believe this mustache man is strong. I saw him cut down a bunch of trees, but there's a thing in shonen called power scaling, and you power scale everything on a curve based to everything else you see. So a bitch cutting down a tree wouldn't matter in Dragon Ball Z, because in Dragon Ball Z the bar is Goku. Like, you have to blow up a planet to at least be worth talking about in Dragon Ball Z. So like, I don't know how strong cutting a tree makes you in this anime. They have done nothing to imply how strong that might be. So I have no reason to care, and I don't care that he was just sent flying by Melodious. So that was dramatically unpleasant episode. Did not enjoy a second of it. It was boring. It was bland. Did not hype up the protagonist well. It did not make them endearing. The only things I know about Melodious is he is an entrepreneur for reasons unknown. He is very strong for reasons I'm sure will be explained at some point, and he doesn't understand the concept of consent, which, in his defense, is pretty normalized in anime, so I will at least say that leaves you at a chaotic neutral by anime standards. Either way, I have no reason to care, and I have no reason to care about Elizabeth, and this episode was trash. I'm going to be reviewing the next episode next stream, though. I will see if they develop any of these characters in the next episode. I am not... At this point, this was the first episode. It would be kind of hard to not develop these characters even by accident. So this will be to be continued. This does, however, bring us to our other anime review for the day, and that is episode 1 of Gosick. I watched Gosick a long time ago. I don't remember shit from it. I never finished it. This was a bazillion years ago. So this is basically nearly a blind review. Less blind than Seven Deadly Sins, which I have avoided like the absolute plague, but review nonetheless. And a near blind one. So we start off with some weird witch shit happening. I have no clue what the fuck is happening. There's a bunch of fucking dogs eating rabbits and some weird witch lady screaming. And there's lightning. It's a lot. I start wondering if I clicked on the wrong fucking anime, because this doesn't look anything like what I have seen from the posters or the OP I watched on YouTube. So that was a lot. Bunch of rabbits die. So if you like rabbits, this is not going to be a good time for you. We then go to the opening. This anime decided we were allowed to watch the opening for the first episode. So lucky me, because this opening is actually pretty fucking hype. I enjoyed it. This is a pretty rad opening. The vibes and the aesthetic for it were pretty good. They clearly had an idea of what sort of theming and vibe they wanted to go for it. And that's pretty consistent in the anime. Whoever made this has a fucking big boner for fucking gothic aesthetics. Not edgy gothic, though. We're like talking like Victorian gothic. And they do pretty good with it. It's pretty aggro throughout it. It's pretty nice. Actually, the opening was a vibe. Only thing I didn't like is... I don't like how every single solitary character showed in the opening is at least somewhat decently designed, except the protagonist. He's brown hair, bland protag syndrome as fuck. This is the first episode. He might end up being a very amazing character, but design-wise, it is not impressive, and it is immediately making me worried that this is just a blank slate character that they made boring on purpose, so lame, boring people can have something to relate to. I don't know if that's the case yet. I didn't watch enough to get that impression, but that's the impression I have from the 2 seconds I saw him in the opening, and... if I would rank him even among other bland anime protag designs, like Shinji Ikari and fucking, the bitch from Sword Art Online, they would be pretty low even amongst them. So that's pretty fucking bad. Where this does compensate is, if you've been looking at the slideshow, the character designs of pretty much every other person I saw this episode stood out a lot. So they just didn't give a shit about this guy. I'm assuming they just wanted him to be a relatable, bland person in a sea of more interesting characters, which I've seen done bad and I've seen done good. So I'll see how this anime does it. They have a lot of implications that this is going to be a romance anime right off the gate in this opening. So I'm immediately not having high hopes for the romance in this anime. Purely just because I see romance done really lazily in anime most of the time regardless, or it's just done poor. In not even just anime, in media in general. Romance is hard to get right, and it requires a lot of time and effort, and rarely done right, in my opinion. But this anime also, I know, is a mystery anime, so I don't feel like the romance is going to be a dramatic forefront. So I feel like, just time-wise, the focus of it won't be enough for me to feel satisfied with whatever romance angle they have. But... the OP is hype, and this is 2 minutes into the episode, so we'll see. I have hope. I remember liking this. So I have hope that I'll be wrong on the romance front being bad. But we immediately start out, and we're in a school, and the school is actually pretty interestingly designed. Schools in anime, a lot of them look bland. I've seen a lot of anime go overboard on weird future school look, and it's forgettable. This one's really into trying to force the foreign Victorian 1920s Gothic vibe, and it kind of works. It makes it feel pretty. And at least a little bit more interesting to look at than your average anime school, which I appreciated. So we have the fucking protag bitch. We learn his name is Yuigioh, and he's foreign, and he's a foreign student at this school. And because of that, he has black hair, his eyes are dark, and all the weird students are spooked by this because of some fucking old folklore, and start calling him the Black Reaper. This is a shitty name for this character. So far. I'll hopefully change my mind later. It's cool in some of the dialogue later, but when I first heard this, I cringed and hated it immediately. I kind of will change my opinion by later in the episode, but first time I fucking hear it, I'm like, this is terrible. I hate this. I hate this name. This is so fucking edgy for a man so bland. But thankfully, he also hates it, so that saves it a little bit. So he ends up going to this library to read about folklore, because everyone's being weird about it here, and some fucking glasses chick runs up and starts yelling at him about reading ghost stories. And this is actually kind of fun. This is where I start getting a little more invested, because she comes up and yells at him about ghost stories, info dumps about it, seems concerned about his place in the school. I think she's a teacher or something. They probably said it, but I was taking a lot of notes at this part, so I think I missed it, but I think she's a teacher. Regardless, she basically tells him to read a bunch of ghost stories, and then tells him how he has to make a bunch of friends and then go hiking in the mountains and shit. It's a funny gag. She's being very overbearing and over-enthusiastic, and it's actually kind of a vibe. I laughed at that. So after her doing a weird friendship rant at this poor student, he goes to the library to check out some books. While he's reading, this fucking absolute bullshit scene happens. And he's reading this fucking book, and he sees a fucking long-ass gold hair on it. And he's like, where did this hair come from? And he looks up. This library is enormous. He looks up. There's like hundreds and hundreds of flights of stairs above him. And this fucking bitch is like, this hair must have fallen from all the way from on top of this fucking staircase. And for some reason, his reaction to that is breaking out into a dead sprint and climbing hundreds and hundreds of flights of stairs up this ridiculous library. This makes no sense. This is fucking absurd. What is this man? What is his motives? Why is he this fucking thirsty about a blonde hair? Why is this spooky? I don't know. Maybe they'll explain it later, but this being one of the first things I see this guy do is a lot. I don't know, fam. But he gets up there and he sees a chick in a Victorian-looking Gothic Lolita dress, and he's like, that looks like a doll, and she begins to immediately go on a long, pretentious, cryptic rant, the gist of which she is implying that he is the piece that will solve her boredom, and also implies that she has predicted he will show up here before a certain time period the next day. He is spooked as fuck by this, so he gets the fuck out. I kind of enjoyed this. I like that. The scene was a little fun. I like that she went full Haruhi Suzumiya. I used to be a big fan of the melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya back in the day, so a character immediately dickishly giving a man the task of being the piece to solve their issues being bored gave me Haruhi flashbacks, so that was a little fun. Let's see, do I have any notes after that? No, I don't. Okay, so basically, he shows up exactly when she thought, except a few hours late. We find her on the floor rolling. They do this bit a couple of times where she's bored, so she just rolls on the floor, which is kind of actually funny, because she's stoic as fuck. And her hair is just, like, getting wrapped in. her everything while she is trying to roll. This did make me laugh a little bit. This kind of also has a similar issue that I noticed watching the first episode of Seven Deadly Sins, where they don't do anything interesting enough with the sound design or the animation to make the gag really pop. Like, it's not that invested in its own gag. But in this particular episode, I know that at this point, because they gave us this scene after the first dialogue where she just said cryptic shit, very monotone. So at this point, I already kind of have the vibe this is a very not emoting character. So this being stoic felt a little more intentional than it did this is just a not well portrayed joke in animation. So it felt more like the bit was that she was stoic about it. So I still kind of enjoyed it, actually. So we then have the exact opposite of stoic. I guess they realized there wasn't enough energy going on and heard me bitching. So they send in a motherfucker with a pompadour. It's above my head right now. And this absolute fucking lunatic is delightful. I immediately love him in this show because I'm fine with the characters so far, but there is kind of an issue where we have a very stoic character and then a very normie character next to each other. So by throwing him in, it immediately kind of picks the energy up. And we learn that his name is Greville. He has a pompadour, and he is an investigator. And he begins talking to our main character, Yuigioh, that I keep forgetting the name of, about this murder investigation he is doing. Yuigioh has no clue why the fuck he is doing this. We then learn over the course of this conversation, what he is actually doing is he is being very condescendingly, bitchily, yelling this loudly. So the blonde girl, who he learns name is Victorique. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correct. I'm probably not, but Victorique, the point is he's saying this loud enough that she can hear it. And he's refusing to talk to her, but he wants to talk to Yuigioh loud enough that she will hear it and feel prompted to respond, because this has nothing to do with Yuigioh. And it's obvious. And by Victorique's responses, we can tell she either doesn't care that Greville is being petty and weird, or is used to it and desensitized to it. Either way, it is clear that these two have beef for some reason that we don't know yet. But for some reason, he also is relying on them. So Victorique then basically begins to, in a couple sentences, pull a Detective Conan and solve the entire case for this man. He then makes up an excuse and leaves after this. We then get a flash to a newspaper the next day where Greville has taken credit for solving the murder case, and all of Victorique's predictions were right. However, she was not credited for a single fucking thing. This pisses our protagonist the fuck off, who is apparently very lawful good, how fucking dare you about it. So he goes into this bitch's office and he fucking grabs him by the neck and is fucking screaming. He is pissed. Fucking Greville realizes that his cover is going to be blown if he lets this bitch fucking talk. So he grabs him by the mouth and then hides him in an office. He says absolutely nothing about any of this, but he says that they can join him on a cruise ship. So leave me alone. Main protag Yuigioh accepts this. He's like, yeah, hell yeah, cruise ship. Chill. I deserve this. And then Victorique, there's an implication by Greville that she is not allowed to go outside without his permission. This isn't focused on very much yet, but it is a very nice little piece of information to let us know that there's more going on than we've currently been shown. And it's the show telling us that it will give us information that we're supposed to think about. This is important. And this is the little line of dialogue that gets me invested into this show and makes me want to watch more of it. Because it's hard in a first episode to really sell somebody on a show. You got to get out a lot of information really quick. And you don't have times to have developed characters yet because it's the first episode. But what this does is it's telling the audience immediately, we are going to give you some shit that won't be spelled out for you to think about, for you as an audience to put in the work to think to yourself about it. And I appreciate that. It's giving the audience a role in watching the show. Because if you're creating any kind of art, this is my opinion here. All of this is an opinion piece. But I personally believe if you are going to be good art, you need to be invoking something from the person that is perceiving your art. And I feel like where a lot of visual, not visual media, a lot of shows fail at this is a lot of shows will just hand you stuff and tell you there it is. And sometimes if you're a person that just likes to turn your brain off, that's fine and dandy and that's good enough. If you just want noise. I don't want noise in media. What I want from a show is I want it to invoke something from me as a viewer of the show. I want it to give me a reason to think about the show when I'm not watching it. Otherwise, why the fuck am I spending my time on it? So if you just lay out everything too straightforwardly, it doesn't give me anything to digest and to fucking try to predict. But also, if you don't give me enough information, enough of a world either, then I am going to be left feeling like there's nothing worth thinking about either. So Gosick has done a great job in this episode with that one line of dialogue for immediately letting me know that there is some underlying things going on in this show that I should be thinking about and will get elaborated on probably, and if not, I should at least keep it in my head. So this one sentence made the episode for me, honestly, because it gave me the impression that maybe this will actually be a good show. Hey, welcome to the chat. Thank you so much for popping in. Hello. I am finishing up my live review of the first episode of Gosick right now. And after this, we're going to get into a wee bit of some Yuigioh. So if you stick by, you can get some of that as well. To finish up this review of this anime, I don't know if you've watched Gosick. Oh god, yeah. I have never really watched Gosick. I watched a little bit of it, but I don't remember it. So, blind review of episode 1 of Gosick. And I just did one of 7 Deadly Sins. I just shat on 7 Deadly Sins. I hated it. That first episode was trash. I'll see if it improves in the second episode, but I'm not hopeful. This first episode of Gosick, to finish it up, basically, they are going to head onto this fucking boat, and we get just a shit ton of gags. We just get a shit ton of gags, basically back to back, to let you know that this isn't going to be a too stuffy of an anime, where these gags are actually kind of fun. I have them listed here. Basically, there's a gag where she has too much luggage because she has no grasp of what the actual appropriate amount of luggage is. They get to a city, and then they have a bunch of gags of various implications of basically she's never been in a city before. She doesn't know what the fuck is happening. She doesn't know what an ice cream stand is. She doesn't know what a horse carriage is. She doesn't know what any of this shit is. And it's done with very quick, snappy animation, which is the first time we've really had that in this episode. So I was not expecting it, so it made this joke hit pretty fucking good, because I wasn't expecting this character that was stoic to overreact at a fucking ice cream stand. So this was lovely and welcomed, because it gave an overall lacking in energy episode some extra energy to keep me through the rest of the wee bit. It ends pretty much not very long after this, though, because they get onto the boat. We get some vague implications that, well, not vague implications. We basically learned that the murderer from the case that we thought was solved has escaped, and we have some riddles implying some things we don't know the answer to yet, and they get on the cruise ship, and the little bit I can guess is this murderer will somehow get on the cruise ship, so they're getting on because they're fucking weird and they're bored. Fucking weeb. I am a weeb. That's why I'm reviewing an anime. If you're not a weeb, I don't trust you to review anime, because I don't trust your media literacy for this in particular. But I liked this episode. This was a good episode. I enjoyed it. I'm excited to watch more. There's some things I pointed out that I bitched about, and there's some things I think might be flawed. This is certainly not perfect, but I enjoyed it, and I have hopes I will enjoy the next episodes. As for 7 Deadly Sins, I did not fucking enjoy a single second of that. I didn't like the animation. I didn't like the art style. It was just bad. It was just bad, the whole thing. I had to mention that because he brought up the fucking animation. It's not, I don't like the art style. The animation was unimpressive. I can see some people liking the art style for 7 Deadly Sins, but personally for me, I thought it was really bland and generic. As for the animation, there was nothing particularly impressive. So I felt like they really fell flat with a lot in that. Thankfully after I watched an episode of Gosick, and that was pretty good. I just cut you off by switching to full screen. I'm gonna start up some Yuigiohs here, but I saw that you said you hate JoJo for the same reason. I like the animation in JoJo, actually. It's a little overly stoic because of the art direction, but I love the art in JoJo. Oh, let me turn that down. That is too loud. There we go. I love the art in JoJo. Actually. There we go. Waiting for this to capture. Those fucking poses are tremendous. No, I think JoJo has pretty good art. I think it's pretty great. The animation, I would say, is really good. There's a lot where the art is a little more detailed than they're really prepared to dramatically animate. So you kind of get some... There's times in JoJo where I get the impression characters are moving less specifically just because they're doing a little too detailed of art to confidently want to commit to moving them. They kind of do a good job compensating, though. They do a thing that Kaiji does a lot, that anime, where they do enough other visual effects and dramatic zoom-ins and things to try to distract from that. But overall, I think the animation is actually pretty good for JoJo. For the most part. The original, before the Blu-ray release, had some fucking problems. Absolutely. That got cleaned up. If you ever saw the, if you ever Google the Blu-ray releases versus the TV original release, and it's a little scary. If you haven't seen that before. The art looks like someone's first art class in freshman year of high school. I disagree. I think that also depends which part you're talking about. I think JoJo Part 1, I would say JoJo Part 1, the art looks like somebody liked Fist of the North Star too much and just wanted to draw Fist of the North Star, which, to my knowledge, is kind of just what he wanted to do because he was really inspired by Fist of the North Star. I think it's not my favorite art style. I don't think it's the most aesthetic because it's not my personal fave, but I think it looks good. I think it's just really stylized. It's just hyper mask the art style. Oh, you didn't get past... Okay, well, his art style is not the same after Part 1. Part 1 is, like, 6 episodes long. And then after that, his art style is pretty similar. And then, once you get to Part 3, you can see it's changed more, gotten more stylistic. And then by Part 4, the art style changes a lot. Like, a lot. And then the Part 4 to Part 5 and all the parts after kind of have that more slimmed look. 90s anime aesthetic for days. Yeah, I like 90s anime aesthetic. I like it because it's more stylistic. I don't like it when everything... I don't like anime when it looks like every other anime. That's my most hated thing. And oh hell yeah, we got a UR in our first fucking booster pack on the stream. That is tremendous. Go team. But I would rather have an anime do an art style that's not my personal preference than look like every fucking anime that's released that season. I think if you look like every other anime, you're kind of telling me that you don't have that big of an artistic vision for this. A lot of the time. Sometimes you have a great story and you're telling me you're more of a writer than you are an artist, which is fine. Personally, I would prefer both, but, I ask for a lot. So, JoJo, though, the animation is good. Art style is obviously always more of an opinion than animation is for preference, but I will say I like the art style of JoJo a lot. I can see why it would rub people the wrong way, though. I appreciate its uniqueness dramatically, I will say. It's kind of like, it's not nearly like this, but the art style in Kaiji, people dislike a lot. And I love the art style in Kaiji because it's different, but it's ugly as fuck to look at. On purpose, that's part of the point, but it's ugly as fuck to look at. Animation is tremendous, though. Just to steal the soapbox for a bit, I just like to point out that animation and art are not the same thing. Those are two separate things. You can have the shittiest art style on the planet, in your opinion, and it can have great animation, or it can have shitty animation but cool art. Okay, I don't remember what half these cards do. It's been a second since I played. I like took a few days off and I'm immediately confused. Okay. Hell yeah! Get got! Grand champion immediately winning. Here we go. Let's fucking go, guys. This is lovely. What a good time. I didn't think somebody in gold would forfeit to fucking crystal beasts. They're fucking crystal beasts, broski. Come on. Maybe they were just mad they didn't go first. Or maybe they, like, had shit to do. Maybe they left an oven on. Well, if they left an oven on, you have time to fix the oven. It's fucking Yuigioh. These turns are like 15 minutes each. Oh, by the way, if you or anybody else would like to see the anime reviews that you did not get to see in full, I will be clipping all of them on YouTube later. Not long after the stream finishes, it will be uploaded to YouTube, and you can see the entire archive. But if you want to see just the anime reviews themselves, those will also be clipped at a later date and on there for you as well. Alright, gonna get Crystal Conclave. A normal summon my Pegasus. And activate its effect. Place my Tortoise on the field. I'm gonna set that card. After this, I need to take out, my copies of Evenly Matched, and I really need to add in some copies of Foolish Burial. I forgot my Foolish Burial in this deck, and that is fucking me up. Absolute mistake. Ah, I didn't put down Called by the Grave. That was stupid. Damn. Absolute loser shit. That reminds me, I need to edit the stream info. Because this is no longer talking, this is, I mean, it's still talking, but this is Yuigioh now. I'm bad at updating my stream category. Oh, okay. That's unexpected. What are you playing? I mean, I say that, but obviously playing something water related, right? Are you playing Umi Control? That's possible. Well, you're playing Sword Soul. Oh, okay, so you are playing Umi Control. Ha! Alright. I don't know why they surrendered, I'm gonna be real here. Still winning! Get got. Winning for no reason. With no effort. One more win, I get to fucking platinum. I swear to God, someone quit again. Somebody quit again so I get a free platinum rank for no fucking effort. That'll be fucking hilarious. Oh yeah, first again. Hells yeah. I see that they bought the bougie board. Oh, that's a cool stand. I like that. That's rad. Oh, cool. I'm starting off with Rainbow Dragon in hand. That is helpful. I didn't take out evenly matched. I'm stupid. Gosh. Alright, using Max C. That's fine. This deck actually isn't special summoning very aggro, so I do not mind. Shitty turn. Shitty turn. I should have used Pot of Extravagance. I didn't. That would have been smarter. Ah, that sucks. Alright, I'm probably gonna lose here, actually. What are you playing? Yeah, I don't know how I can make a comeback from that. Such a bad opening. Looks like you're up to some weird shit, though. So you're not playing meta, so that gives me a decent chance here. Going Vision Heroes. I haven't really played against Vision Heroes much. I don't know what you all do. Grand guest appearance by the Crow. What the fuck are you doing? I have no idea what these cards are. God, I have never been into hero decks. And every hero deck does a lot in a turn if they're doing an okay job. So like, but also he's playing a lot of ones I've never seen before, actually. Like I haven't seen this bitch. What are you doing? How many polys you got in your hand? Damn. Why did you get a whole ass summoning animation? That's weird. I mean, alright. I mean, I guess you're an iconic card. Oh, Jesus, you had 3 polys in your hand. You had 3 whole fucking polys in your hand. You were fucking set, Jesus. Oh, and you got the DPE. That sucks. Man. What a horrible time to have such a bad turn. Hopefully you get rid of them. I don't think you're gonna. Man, at least if I had evenly matched, this could possibly be okay. Whoa, what do you do again? I've seen you before, but I forget what the fuck you do. Well, shit. I don't know how I'm coming back from this. I'm gonna be real, gang. This is a disaster. Living by 400 attack points. Who doesn't cheese another attack? He might have mask change. That sucks. Aw, shit. That evenly matched in my hand, though. Damn. Well, I got rid of the one, though. I think that wasn't on the field. Unfortunate. Yeah, I'm fucked. I am triple decker fucked here, gang. Yeah, put your bitch back on the board. Fucking hate you. God. The aggro flutes in this game. Well, I got Regeki. You're not in the graveyard yet. I need you in the graveyard first, right? And now I can call bye. So now you can be banished before you can use your effect. There we go. Unfortunately, that got rid of them, which is tremendous. Tremendous move on my part. I don't think that's gonna save my ass here, because I'm sitting down a maxi face down. Man, if only Rainbow Dragon didn't suck. This bitch needs fucking 7 crystal beasts. I have 2 in my grave. It's not 7. I wish it was 7. Then at least I could have done something there. Man. Hate that for me. Oh. Were you not able to do a lot? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, well, they basically didn't have a turn. So if I draw something really good... I did not draw something really good. Huh. I'm gonna set this card down like it's a trap card. And I'm gonna hope they get scared. That's my whole plan here. Man, I don't even know why you're doing this shit. I have 400 life points. Huh. Alright, what are you fusing with those? Is it something where their entire amount of attack is based on an effect? That'd be helpful. No, it's not. Okay, then I guess I suffer. Okay, you're still doing shit. Thank goodness. I was worried you would win already. Jesus. This dude is just proficient in wasting my time right now. Okay, at least they did a bunch of shit to at least destroy my back row. At least that made sense to do all that if they were scared of the back row. Right there, they just wanted to be annoying. Though, so that's unfortunate.
Oh, did you lose?
Yeah.
Oh. Damn.
Alright, gonna try this again. I have been weirdly lucky with coin flips. Okay, this is a significantly better opening hand. That is lovely. Okay, hello, and welcome to the stream if you are just joining. This is an AMA stream. You can ask me any varying question of any varying description. I will give you some sort of varying answer to some effect. I am playing Crystal Beasts in Yuigioh currently. Hoping for the best here. Let's see. I have Conclave already. That's my face down. Yeah, so I don't need you. So I will get Crystal Bond. This is a pretty sexy opening turn. Thank goodness. You go do that. You glow. Godspeed. Alright, gonna summon my other Pegasus. Oh, I didn't realize Pegasus wasn't once per turn. That is an accidental achievement on my end. Yes, they did. They absolutely had to make them that good, and you know it. Don't you dare lie to me right now. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make this bitch. I'm gonna make Baguska. My boy. The legend. Hell yeah. Now that's a sexy first turn. There we go. Hell yeah. Ah, damn, Forbidden Droplet. Damn. Well played on their end. That means I don't have to... If you're negating my effects, I don't lose material, right? That's part of the effect. Edge Imp Chain. You bitch. You bitch. No, I don't want to ash that. That does not seem like the best choke point in your deck. So I'm assuming... I'm just gonna fuck that up. I don't want you to get an extra poly. I thought about maybe letting that go through, but I'm a little pressed. Because if I'm lucky and they don't have any other fusion... Oh, they have another fusion. Okay, god damn it. They baited the fuck out of me. Shit. Alright. Alright. I was waiting in case that specifically is what they were doing. Then I was like, nah, I don't think that's what they're doing. And then it was most definitely what they were doing. I hate it here. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna save that for whoever you fusion, which is probably gonna be Mirror Jade, which will probably kill my shit, which sucks. Because the fusion still goes off if I get rid of Albion is my problem. It doesn't negate the effect. See, that's 4, 5. I'll have 5 Crystal Beasts in the grave if he wipes my board. I'll be close to Rainbow Dragon. Not close enough, but close. That's actually a little relevant if this goes really bad. Ah, Masquerade? Okay. Bounce that back. Now, hopefully they can't fuse anything else. Playing branded, though. That deck is mad efficient. Ah, motherfucker, I forgot to put... Damn it. Forgot to edit my deck before this still. I have said that every game so far. I am the worst. Okay, so they got him on the field now. So they are still cooking with gas, unfortunately for me. Mans is about to end my whole ass career. Them having that copy of Forbidden Droplet. That really done did fuck me up there. Okay, cool. It's not as bad as it could have been. That's chill. Still sucks, but I will survive, presumably. Can kind of make up now. Alright. That's not helpful, game. Alright. Gave me the whole glowy effect, like he gave me something helpful. Damn. Alright. Let's see if this works the way I want to. If I destroy you, and use your effect, that counts as you going there, which triggers that effect, but something bounce that bitch into the hand, right? That's how that works. I think that's how it works. I hope that's how that works. Hell yeah, it is how it works. Absolutely tremendous. Hell yeah. Fuck that. Now I get to reactivate you. Place you face down. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 5. Okay. Alright. I can activate Conclave. And then that gets me something that can bounce another one of their cards into their hand sometime during their turn. Hopefully, I fucked up their board enough that they can't do too much. Ah, sweet, they can't do too much. Thank goodness. I can activate Conclave. I can bounce away my Eagle. And by bouncing away my Eagle, I can bounce that into their hand and then they don't got shit. Fuck yeah. Sexy as hell. Thank goodness. Go team. Ah, that is lovely. That is lovely as hell. Okay, now I do not know what those face downs are, but I have Harpy's Feather Duster. I'm gonna hope for everything that neither is, Waking the Dragon. It's a called by. That's fine. You can called by whatever. I do not care. And that'll be a little annoying for Rainbow Dragon's effect, but I'm gonna be real. I wasn't really thinking they would be going anywhere. Hell yeah. Alright, I'm gonna activate Crystal Bond. They have a 0 card hand and no cards on board. That is gorgeous. Hell yeah! Get got! I was about to get out Rainbow Dragon. A different one, but Rainbow Dragon. That is awesome though. Hell yeah. Crystal Beasts can be fucking branded. That is excellent. I did not think I had a chance there. That deck is way better than this one. Hells yeah. Okay, if we get this win, we can rank up to platinum. Fingers crossed this goes good. Somehow I flip heads again. I don't know who is hacking this game for me to give me perfect heads every time, but that is lovely. If I get any more heads, I'm gonna have to start playing coin flip cards, and I didn't edit my deck. I forgot to edit my deck again. All right. That's smart. Good job, team. All right. Activating Rainbow Bridge. Thank goodness. Summon Pegasus. Pegasus gives me a bitch on my bench. I'm gonna pick this cat for literally no reason. Conclave, right? Because that's not, yeah, I need Conclave. Yeah. Yeah, Conclave to be safe. Alright, tremendous. Very, very okay first turn. You know what? I should have got... If I would have gotten Crystal Bond, I could have got another one out. Like another Pegasus, and I could have ended on fucking Baguska. Baguska in defense mode would be great. Last game, Baguska didn't help a lot, but that's because I had Forbidden Droplet. I've noticed less people playing Forbidden Droplet lately, so I think that might have been a smarter route, but then again, I didn't have Conclave on the board yet, and I really need Conclave. Last game, I started with Conclave. What the fuck is this? God damn it. Okay, well, I'm using Maxi. Wait, hold on. Well, I'm gonna negate that. That wasn't smart, actually. Oh well. I regret that immediately. Because I wanted to wait so I can trigger Bridge with that to shuffle a thing. I will activate Conclave Dough. Jesus, there we go. Did not mean to artificially make that turn longer for this person. Oopsie daisy. I will Maxi for the extra pressure that if they do shit, I will draw a card. And they're playing Synchros, and Synchros are literally just fucking aggro special summoning, so if they do any okay turn even a little bit, I will draw a shit ton. I don't know who this guy is, but I like him. What a lovely bird. Hell yeah.
Like me?
Yeah, except you're like a lot better looking than that bird.
Oh.
But that bird was cool though. I like them. They were cute. Okay, what's this bitch doing? This card is synchro summoning. Okay. I think if I use this, that stops their effect from going off. I think. Hopefully, otherwise is particularly bad. It's still going off, isn't it? It's still going off. Shit. Misplay as fuck. Damn. Huh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, they got too much going on the board. I don't know what their end game is though, but probably spooky. Oh my goodness. It is gonna ask me if I want to activate this card way too much. On the plus side, they're making me draw a shit ton. So if they do not literally kill me this turn, I will be in a very good position to come back. Because they are just playing directly into Max C right now. The problem is, I just really gotta hope wherever they synchro summon at the end of this isn't that oppressive of a board. And usually ending boards with synchros are fucking scary. I do have a Forbidden Droplet though, which should definitely help with that. Probably the best card I have right now for board breaking. And I can discard this, which I kind of want to discard anyway. Oh yeah, they got a full ass board now. They got Pegasus and an Eagle. And Rainbow Bridge is helpful. And they haven't gotten rid of my Rainbow Bridge of the Heart yet. So if they don't get rid of that, that will bail my ass out for sure. Ah, hell yeah. Okay, I got Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. Okay. That'll help me to attack over anything they might be playing. That's like solid 3k. Oh, hell yeah, Nerf Forbidden Droplet. Okay. I'm drawing a lot of good shit. So I just gotta hope they do not OTK me. I have an empty board, so I am easy to OTK. If they can just get 8k or more on the board. If they can't, I should be able to break their board. But if they're playing into Max C like this and letting me draw this much, I'm pretty sure they're presuming they can beat me in this turn. Presuming. Then again, sometimes I'm dumb and I play into Max C anyway. Because I get cocky. So maybe they're being dumb and cocky. That's also possible. Oh, they got Baron. That sucks. I saw that coming, but I still don't like it. Well, I want you to draw a card, but fuck that, I guess. Oh, you're using your negate on that Ash Blossom. Okay, I guess you just really need to draw that card. I was kind of thinking I was wasting the Ash Blossom, to be honest. But, I mean, I don't know. That card could ruin my whole life right here. That could be a game changer. It is Yuigioh. So far, you're at fucking 3, 4, 5. 5,800. Oh, never mind. Fuck me for doing math. What you summoning now? Okay, what's that gonna do? Ah, damn, I'm getting more cards off that. That sucks. Damn, I really wish that Ash Blossom went through. Rest in peace, my hopes and dreams. God, why? God. Finish your turn, please. Christ. Am I gonna fucking deck out? Not 20, how many cards have I drawn? I can't even see all of them anymore. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm rocking a 12 card hand right now. So far, they still don't have the OTK though. So What you doing, broski? I want to know if I'm murdered or not. I think that's reasonable. I wish if they had a game, they could just send me an email and I could just go do some other shit while they're doing this. Okay, we got Cupid. That sucks. That sucks for me in particular. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Get one more decent thing on the board, I'm absolutely fucked, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna. I don't really know how you wouldn't get more on the board with how much you're rolling right now. I will say, though, I complain sometimes about people going overboard and they already have the kill. This is not that case. This person has to go overboard, because if they successfully do it enough, they will win. Just kind of seeing if they're gonna do that or not. I also just got a Regeki. So, you know, if I don't die, I will wipe their board. I just, you know, I've been saying that for 10 minutes, because their turn is forever. Alright, you're figuring it out. What are you doing now? What is this guy gonna be? I will probably hate it. Yes, I hate it. Alright. The game can't even fit my hand on the screen anymore. I got 18 cards left in my deck on turn 2. Maybe at this point, he just wants to see if he can deck me out for using Max C. I'd believe that. I've tried to do that before. That's kind of fun. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, they got game. All right. I don't know if they're gonna take game though. I think they're just gonna keep synchro summoning as long as possible, like a dick. That's the Yuigioh way. Yep. They're synchro summoning more like a dick. Well, now my only hope is that they accidentally fuck up. So fingers crossed that they accidentally fuck up. I'ma wait it out. I'ma wait it out and see if they fuck up. Or if I deck out. So I deck out, that'll be fucking funny. That'll be fucking funny, and that's... Oh, God. To draw the card, it like flew way to the left of the screen because the farthest edge of my fucking hand isn't even... Look at that. That is goofy. I have all 3 copies of Rainbow Bridge. If they don't beat me, I should by all means be able to fucking win next turn at this fucking point. God. Oh, you're still going. Okay. Alright. I got all 3 of my Pegasus now. They were just making fun of you in the chat for being on your phone instead of rooting for me.
Go, JW! Go, JW!
Alright, your words of encouragement.
Go, JW!
The power of your kind words will stop them from playing cards on the board. Maybe.
Well, you don't have to be condescending about it.
No, I am being legitimate. This is saving the day. Also, technically, I was being condescending to them for suggesting that.
Who's them?
Fucking... It's just the username. I forget names. Mario. I see them talk to me more when I stream than anywhere else, so I, like, have been blanking on their name the last few streams, but I'm not reading their name. Because I'm white. So I don't want to... There's a limit to how much I want to read their name. Because it'll sound weird if I do it too much.
Okay, I already know.
Yeah.
That bitch.
Yeah, I do be forgetting your name. You don't react to my stuff anymore either. I see you, like, on my streams mostly. And that's a username. If you had Mario in your username, I would remember Mario better. Fucking... Finally gonna edit my deck. Whether or not your username lies is irrelevant. I'm just saying I'm not comfortable saying it 4 times on stream. It will sound a little weird.
I think I know what it is.
I'm sure you do. Alright, updated that deck a wee bit. Oh wait, let me edit that again, because I want to have a special board for it. I just have the default plants on accident. Not plants, grass. I mean, grass is plants, but if I say plants, that sounds misleading. Ha, you give me approval for this stream? Nah, I'm not. I'm avoiding it for my own comfort, because I'd be archiving these streams, and I don't trust people to not be weird. Not shop. I need to edit deck. Oh, I don't want to use Link, because these aren't Link cards. Guess I'll do you. Let me go to the shop. I want to see if they have any, better card sleeves for this deck. Let me see. Not really. Unfortunate. I'm sorry, you're gonna get blue-balled this stream. Suffer. Alright, gonna keep trying to make it to platinum this stream.
I'm gonna let Rob out and then.
What?
Yeah, I don't know when you're getting off, but I didn't want to be rude about it.
I kind of want to go on the walk though. I was gonna end the stream in a half hour.
You want me to wait?
For the walk, yeah. I'd like.
Yeah,
to
I can't wait, but I'm gonna let Robert out now.
Okay.
Are we gonna go outside? Go on.
Alright, gonna start off playing Pot of Extravagance. Then 6 cards. Hopefully none of them's Baguska. I like him. Alright, we thankfully start with Conclave and Crystal Miracle. That is lovely. I am gonna use Crystal Bond. I appreciate you stopping by on the stream, by the way. Alright, gonna play Pegasus. Activate Pegasus effect. Get another bitch on the field. Gonna do my Eagle. I am not calling you that. Alright, I'm gonna end my turn. Ha! Alright, Light Sworn. I'm gonna just go immediately into Maxi. Bukaki Ninja. That is tremendous. And activate Conclave, just so I have that activated on the board. Alright, activate Crystal Conclave. Bounce that in the hand. Protect my Pegasus. Not sure if that was worth it. Honestly, I think that might have been a bad move. I can't get Baguska though, that's chill. And I got Regeki in hand, that is lovely. And I got Crystal Miracle, so I can negate their shit. Got called by, so I'm set up pretty good right here. I do need to draw good next turn though. But they're playing Light Sworn, so I'm hoping they can't do too much. Well, they're gonna do too much. Guess I'm gonna end my turn again here. Activate Maxi. Hopefully I can draw something good off of it. Because I really, really could use drawing some more Crystal Beasts. Alright, their self-milling begins. Very unfortunate for me. Okay, we got Crystal Beast, Sapphire, Pegasus. Alright, gonna Regeki. Destroy their face down. That activate anything? Of course it does. I'm gonna use Called By, because I kind of need to get rid of some of my fucking back row anyway. Which is unfortunate that I'm doing that, because they're playing Lightsworn, so I kind of do want to banish some cards here. Gotta change you to attack mode, and then I will normal summon my Pegasus to trigger its effect to get me another bitch right here. And pop my eagle from the grave right there. Attack with both these dudes. I'll go main phase 2. And then because I attacked with Tapper, I can use them to bust out Zeus. We'll go to my end phase. Hello, and welcome to the stream if you're just joining. Playing Crystal Beasts. Doing some ladder in Masterduel currently. We're currently still in gold, really close to platinum. I'm actually gonna negate this. That would let me draw, but I don't want them to discard that many cards, because their whole thing pops off from doing that. Hopefully that stops them good. Nope, it didn't. Alright, that sucks. Alright, probably shouldn't have wasted that one negate then. Oof, he just milled a lot. Did he mill anything that helps me? Doesn't look like it. Unfortunate. This is helpful if one of my Crystal Beasts gets destroyed. Which I could have taken advantage of if I didn't kill Crystal Beast Sapphire. Maybe I should have done that. Ah, I got Necroface. This might be game.
of these.
Guest appearance also by Robert. Now, after this game, I will be ending the stream. I appreciate all of you lovely humans who have shown up thus far. Currently watching this person combo me to death, presumably. Because I only got Zeus on the board, and like these guys are going to be helpful if I had more card advantage, but I don't. Ooh, and they are banishing so much of my shit. I already know they have Necroface, so they're probably going to get them out with 13 trillion fucking attack or some shit, so I should be pretty fucking dead now. Because, yeah, there's way too much banished. I was super hoping I could stop them from getting any of this stuff off, but I did for a little bit, but they finally are getting it off now, and I do not have good protection from it. The only plus side I have right now is that none of them are over 3,000, but oof, and they have gotten rid of a lot of cards I really need. Alright, what unfortunate thing are you doing now? That's unpleasant. Alright. Oof. Okay, well, you have no cards left, so you definitely have to beat me this turn. But I'm assuming you will. I don't really have much to stop you with. I have 2 cards left anyway, so there's no way I could possibly win this duel. I mean, I guess unless you, like, wipe your own board and don't destroy any of my cards, and I attack you with Zeus next turn. I guess that is technically possible. Jeez, that is the most counters I have ever seen on that. That is crazy. I'm not sure what you are still doing. Should be able to make these bitches into access codes and fucking banish my guy and murder me, right? I don't know if you're playing access code, though. Damn. Now I got no cards. Well, rest in peace. So now even if they don't kill me, I lose. So I have guaranteed victory. I'm just gonna see if they do anything cool to finish me off with. Oh, no, they don't. Okay. Well, can't draw. GG. That was kind of cool. That was pretty fucking rad. I can't even be upset. Alright, well, I appreciate all of you gorgeous, delightful, wonderful people for stopping by on the stream. I'll be streaming again sometime shortly soon. Hope all of you have a dandy day.